stand-up. He's been here before. He's actually probably been at this show many times. And one time he even was here with a real cat. Yeah. But tonight, he's got a whole set of stand-up comedy for you. He's a comic, he's a writer, he's a QED regular, and he's also an Amazon best-selling author. Yeah, so please give a warm cat-furry welcome to Rory Scholl.
Awesome, thank you. A little muddy on what the theme of the show is, but I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll figure it out. Good. This is good. Hello. You look great. Nice to see you. Some of you may recognize me. It's okay. I know I'm not one of the Rugrats all grown up. Very hurtful, by the way. Someone else has said I look like Casper had he not been murdered as a child. I know. But you know those double-decker tour buses that go through Times Square for the tour? Yeah, the tours. So last year we decked one out to look like the Polar Express, and I was Santa Claus. And I would go on top, and we'd have 60 kids on a moving bus, and we'd pass out hot chocolate, and we'd sing songs, and I'd read their Christmas list. Nobody saw me on the buses last year? No? No, well, that's all right. I'm doing it again this year. So if you see me on top of the bus dressed as Santa, don't be afraid to shoot me in the fucking head. I can't believe I said yes to this again. All right, it was a horrible job. Oh. The age-old thing, kids versus pets. Just do Santa somewhere 1 year. You will never want kids again. Seriously, I do a Santa gig every year. I dress up as Santa and do webcam shows out of my bedroom for kids, and as soon as I said that, I need to rework that. I heard it. But the parents give me like things that I'm supposed to be proud of for the kids, and then things they need to work on, and I weep for the future. These kids are not smart. I have to say things like, oh, Johnny, that's my Santa Claus voice. Do you like that? Oh, everything's all right. Johnny, I'm so proud of the way you watch YouTube. How do you do it? That's an accomplishment for them. One of them is like, Susie, could you do Santa Claus a favor? Could you not poop on the kitchen floor anymore? I actually had to say that. That little girl has to grow up knowing Santa knows that. That's not good. So yeah, cats over kids, man. I had a conversation. Thank you. Some of you may even have kids and you're clapping about it. That's just fine. I had to talk to my friend John a couple years ago. He's like, I gotta go to fucking wherever Coachella is and bail my daughter out from Coachella jail from getting in a fight on mushrooms. I was like, yeah, no. One time my cat knocked my toothbrush in the toilet and I had to buy a new one. Same, I turned into the Kermit the Frog T meme. It's all right. I just got to get new jobs, man. I almost started doing Zoom funerals. Hosting Zoom funerals. Has anyone had to do a Zoom funeral? No? I know. All right, I was hoping you're like, yeah, they were great. I thought it was going to be more like hosting like a Jackbox party or something like that. You know what I mean? It was, like, are you ready? He puts the F-U-N in funeral. Here he is, Rory. I'm like, who's ready to mourn? And it wasn't like that at all. I had to shadow a guy to see if I wanted to do it. You know, and it was sad. This guy, Harold, he was like 90. He was like the patriarch of this family. And it was on Zoom, and his whole family was in the Zoom. And, one of his sisters was supposed to get up and do a eulogy. And I guess she was having technical difficulties or something. And so for 1 full minute, the shared screen was just a shot of Harold's open casket. For a whole minute. And I didn't know people could hear me. And I said, Harold, I think you're still on mute. I don't know if you've ever been kicked out of a Zoom meeting, but it is jarring. I'm looking for new work. I have friends who work at cat shelters. Did anyone work at cat shelters here? Yeah? Guys, they're great cat shelters. I have friends who work at a couple cat shelters. They're wonderful people. They have given up on naming cats, though. When they get the shelter names are never that good. There's like 500 Charlies. They just name cats Charlie for no reason. And then the rest of them turns into like a Dances with Wolves type of thing. It's like, who's that? That sits by the door all day. Do you want him? So why don't you take bites me frequently? I'll throw in a Charlie. Fuck it. Get out of here. When I moved into my apartment, we weren't allowed pets, so I had to keep my cat a secret. So I'm pretty sure my my neighbors thought I had a hostage for the longest time instead of a cat. Because they would hear things every day like, where do you think you're going? Well, you can't go outside. Nobody even knows you're here. Now give me a kiss. Very strange looks at the mailbox for a little while. I had a cat that I would walk on a leash. Anybody walk their cats on a leash? Super fun, man. I used to do it all the time. It was cool. He got more attention than I did, which was fine, you know. I was walking one time, this lady that lives in the neighborhood passed us by, and she was on a cell phone, and she was like, oh, there's this cat dad that lives in my neighborhood, and he walks his cat every day, and they're out right now, and he's so handsome. No, the cat. Started dressing up for our walks, but and this happened too. I was walking, and this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, is that a cat on a leash?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh man, I had a cat. Yeah, we had to put him down. 13, feline AIDS. That's gonna hurt when he goes. Well, bye." Like, who does that? Who takes the joy of a man walking a cat on a leash away? I can't do that if I see you pushing your grandparents in a wheelchair. I can't be like, "Hey, is that your grandmother?" "Oh, she's adorable. Yeah, we just had to put mine down." Yeah, 93 gambling problem. Well, bye, Fern. This is fun being here tonight. I just did a show for dogs last week at a flea market. My friend's 6-year-old daughter wrote that. And she found out I was doing the show. I told her I would say it. Oh no, I'm going to tell her it bombed. I'm not going down for this shit. That's Eva. Fuck you, Eva. You are not writing for me again. She's going to be disappointed. I'm going to tell her right after this. And it's her birthday, so. It was sad. My cat did pass away about 1.5 years. It was very sad. Yeah, and I got my friends were supportive. They sent me a bunch of emails. And, you know, but a lot of my friends are actors, and they have those already signatures at the end of emails, you know. And one of them just didn't ring sincere to me. You know, she was like, our fur babies are forever. And you were a great cat, Dad, and you'll be in my thoughts. Check me out tonight on Bull. I was like, I don't want to do that. I was doing a fundraiser in Dallas over the summer. I'm from Texas originally. Yeah, that's the right response. And does anyone know? No one's from. I went through the Texas education system. It was not good. They wanted the football team to win so bad that we didn't have teachers. We had coaches. Coaches coached, and they taught everything. So my history coach would walk around our classroom because the quarterback was in my class. He wanted to make sure they passed the class. He would walk around during quizzes like this. B, sure, if you can figure out number 2. C, if you can figure out number 5. D, here's the answer to number 12. It's just like, I ain't gonna do education at all. But I was doing a fundraiser in Dallas, and they paired me up with someone from the WNBA, and I wore a suit, and I went there, and she was so much taller than me, and she looked down at me, and she called me a little gentleman, which is what I call my cat when I put a bow tie on. I'm going to stop doing that now. Not because it's wrong, just because it turned me on a little. So, my cat's great now. No, he's great. He loves the catnip. Love the catnip. I love the cat. Pretty good. He gets up. He didn't smoke. I was using he smokes it. That would be amazing if he learned how to roll. Oh man, if he learned how to roll. Anyway. No, he does the catnip. He rolls around, and then he start watching videos forever, like YouTube videos. There are cat videos. Of course, if you're a cat person, videos your cat can watch. And I smoked one time, and for 45 minutes, we both watched Party at the Snow Hole. Do you know that one? That's a good one, though. It's like a series of ice caves, and then cardinals come out, and then a squirrel pops out in the middle of winter. I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's called Party at the Snow Hole. You have to look this up. Nice and high and watch that. I'm glad weed is legal now everywhere. You can buy it, anywhere. You can buy it across the street. You can buy it at the supermarket. You can buy it from me after the show. It's just because when I lived by myself, I smoked so much weed. I used to think I had a roommate, and I didn't. I'd smoke. I'd get high and hungry and go into the kitchen and start making dinner, and then I'd go back to the living room and I'd forget that I was making dinner, and then I'd get high again, get hungry, and walk into the kitchen and be like, oh shit, he's making spaghetti. I thought it was a trap, though, the first time I walked into one of these bodegas that sell weed. I was like, surely this can't be real. And I walked in like a 14-year-old boy talking to his crush, I was like, you guys sell weed? And they're like, yeah, what kind? I was like, I don't know. And then I ran away. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the show. My name's Rory.